Today's episode of Off the Timeline is titled The 2003 Season That Exposed College Football. In this universe, 2003 doesn't begin with a kickoff. It begins with disappearance. Ohio State is gone. Miami is gone. Penn State is gone. 8 programs across 5 conferences vanish before the season even starts. And instead of chaos taking over, something much stranger happens. College football starts revealing how little of its power was ever shared. Here's the rule that matters. Every dissolves program, head coach, quarterback, and running back are reassigned, however, only to teams that are not blue bloods and were not national championship contenders the year before. So that means no blue blood parachutes, no talent stacking, no shortcuts. This isn't randomness, it's a stress test, especially for conferences that survived by reputation instead of structure. September's false confidence. September doesn't tear the sport apart, it reassures it. The Big Ten looks like it escaped a collapse. Iowa opens the season disciplined and efficient. They don't overwhelm anyone, they control games. West Virginia, newly absorbed into the Big Ten, wins early and loudly. Within 2 weeks, the narrative flips from emergency ad to conference stabilizer. Even Michigan keeps winning, but never comfortably. September convinces everyone the Big Ten is fine. It isn't. It's just borrowing time. What September misses. While the Big Ten enjoys the optics, other leagues quietly adjust. The SEC never overreacts. LSU absorbs physical games, survives ugly stretches, and never changes who they are. They don't dominate, they endure. Georgia looks strong, but they're limited offensively. Out west, the Pac-10 thins almost immediately. USC towers over the league, but by October it's clear they're carrying the conference alone. And quietly, almost invisibly, the Big 12 does something radical. It stays boring, which in this universe becomes an advantage. The team that shouldn't matter, but does. If September creates a blind spot, it's Purdue. They lose close game. They lost a couple close games early. They don't climb rankings quickly, but every week defenses look less and less comfortable. Purdue is not a contender yet. They're a warning, and the teams that dismiss them, well, they find out later. Conference title reality check. By December, the sport has filtered itself. The Big Ten survives, but only because Iowa absorbs pressure Michigan never had to. The SEC sends teams nobody wants to play late. The Pac-10 sends one true power. The ACC regains relevance, not control. The Big 12 sends depth, not hype. No one league dominates. Some just stop pretending earlier than others. The realization. Here's what becomes clear heading into the playoff. The universe doesn't create new powers. It forces programs to reveal how they respond when comfort disappears. Some chase identity, some cling to reputation, some never adjust at all, and one program has been preparing for this exact environment for years. The playoff, where structure reasserts itself. The 16-team playoff is unforgiving. Michigan exits early, they're too rigid. The Big Ten's early confidence, well, it evaporates. USC finally meets resistance. Purdue breaks the bracket and exposes ceilings. And as the field narrows, 2 teams advance for very different reasons. LSU survives through adaptability. They win ugly, they adjust. They drag games into discomfort. Oklahoma survives through structure. They don't chase momentum, they don't reinvent themselves, they don't panic. By the semifinals, the contrast is clear. The title game and why the results flip in this universe compared to real life. In real life, LSU beat Oklahoma. In this universe, the pressure ran the other direction. The title game becomes a test of limits. LSU absorbs punishment and looks for chaos. Oklahoma refuses to give it. Every adjustment LSU makes, Oklahoma answers with precision. Every moment the game tightens, Oklahoma stays intact. And this time, when the margin disappears, structure outlasts adaptability. Oklahoma beats LSU, not because chaos failed, but because this season finally reached the edge of what adaptation could overcome. This season didn't dramatically rewrite history, it clarified it. It showed which conferences collapse without anchors, which teams confuse flexibility for inevitability, and which programs are so structurally sound that even chaos bends around them. Adaptability gets you close, but when everything else has been taken away, structure still wins championships. If you like college football universes that don't just ask what if, but ask what actually survives under pressure, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Tell me which program you think survives chaos better than anyone else. Because next time, maybe we don't dissolve teams, perhaps we'll be dissolving conferences.